Okay, today we are gonna go through a fairly simple installation process for the OG Stable Diffusion UI called Automatic 1111 or Stable Diffusion Webui, which basically uses Gradio interface to run your Stable Diffusion models. To be honest, I've only used it in the very beginning when Stable Diffusion was still quite new and I was still using a RTX 4050 laptop with 6GB of VRAM. I eventually grew out of it pretty soon and moved on to Comfy UI instead. You might want to check this out for the Comfy UI installation walkthrough when you're ready to try a different UI. But for now, either ways, this is still a good refresher for me to learn the process and show some viewers on how to install Automatic 1111, particularly on RTX 50 series GPU. And it should technically work on RTX 5050 to 5090 and their TI variants. The steps to install is very straightforward, so I will simply show you the process and some demo generations to help you get started. There is not much prerequisites to install this, as I'm showing the automatic installation method, which should get you started with your basic AI image generation journey. I won't be showing the manual method for installation, which is actually a good way for customized installation of dependencies if you wish to use different versions of PyTorch, for example. Since I'm not a user of Automatic 1111, it's best I stick to the basics for beginners to get started fast instead. But before that, I will appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe to help push this video to the right community who might find it useful. First, create a folder in your desktop and name it A1111 to put your apps. Next, go to this webpage discussion. The links will be in the descriptions below. It will particularly be talking about Automatic 1111 installation process. This is just for your reference. Next, click the link to download sd.webui.zip. Find the right file and click to download. Unzip the file and place it in your A1111 folder. Delete the webui.zip folder as you don't need it anymore after you extract it. Here you will see the main Automatic 1111 main folder. Click on update.bat and run it. Once it's done, click on switch-branch-tool-e.bat. Here, you'll be asked to select your branch to switch to. Choose 3 for dev. When you're done, press any key. And lastly, click on run.bat and let it do its thing. Just some info for sharing. You can see that in dev branch, it will run on PyTorch 2.7 using Qt 12.8, similar to my Comfy UI installation, which also runs on this critical PyTorch version for RTX 50 series GPU. Any earlier versions that are not Qt 12.8 will result in an error. So ensure that you do see this PyTorch 2.7 for Qt 12.8, then you know that you're on the right path. Once it's done with the model downloading, you are ready to use Automatic 1111. Since I'm not a user of Automatic 1111, I will not try to be an expert and share all the tricks and tips on how to use this interface. Instead, I'll just go through the basics and skip through those that I'm not familiar with. Here you can see that there's a model selection tab to choose your models, a positive and negative prompt, choosing your sampling methods and schedule type to choose how you wish to sample the image generation. Different models react differently to the sampling method, so it's always good to go through a trial and error process. But most of the time, choosing Euler normal is a good start for both speed and quality. Next is the sampling steps. More steps will get more details, but too much and the image gets overcooked. 20 to 30 is usually a good start for any basic SD models. High-res fix and refiners are additional steps to send your image to a lower denoise setting to be upscaled and resampled for better quality and detail. Width and height adjustment, batch count and batch size to adjust the number of generations you wish to get per click. CFG scale is dependent on model itself. Most stable diffusion models run on the CFG scale of 5 to 7 in between. Higher value make it appear to the prompt small, and lower value makes it more creative on its own. Lastly is the seed. -1 means that the seed is at random, and any other number that you set on is sort of like an alternate reality world where your prompt will have a different result but yet similar at the same time. I will skip the scripts as well since I have no idea what that is. Now let's paste a sample prompt and see some results. This is not the best, in fact it's horrible, but take note that I'm using Stable Diffusion 1.5 base model, which is almost equivalent to the grandfather of Stable Diffusion, apart from SD 1.4. So it's not about how bad this model performs, it's about how its database was trained and the foundation was used for studies to improve it to the version that we have today. One last thing to show is how to place new models into Automatic 1111. First, you can download any model from Civic AI. For me, at this point, I'm using SDXL, one of the random illustrious models that I have for demo purposes. Go to the main folder, Webui, Models, Stable Diffusion, and place the model file here. Start your Automatic 1111 as per normal, and you're able to select a new model which you've uploaded into the model folder. First, I will demo the base model Stable Diffusion 1.5, tweak the settings slightly to do a portrait, and put in my base prompt. And here's the result. Next, I'll try a SDXL illustrious model. Wait for the model to load, change the setting to a higher resolution, using the same prompt but random seed, because I believe that both images will be very different regardless of the seed, so it's rather pointless to show the same seed. There's generally a big slowdown in generation speed when using illustrious models. From the SD 1.5 10 iteration per second to the illustrious model 3 iteration per second. Because we are generating larger images with more details. However, I believe there are several fine-tuned methods to reduce the amount of speed of generating in Automatic 11 similar to Comfy UI. And lastly, here is just a quick comparison of two different generations from SD 1.5 and SDXL Illustrious. With that, I conclude the installation of Automatic 1111 for RTX 50 series GPU. This is a good start to AI generation as it's easy to use unlike Comfy UI's no interface. So do give this a try if you're interested to dip your toes into the world of AI generation. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help push this video to the right community who might find it useful. Until then, I will see you when I see you.